Welcome to the student online orientation for fall semester 2024. All right, so as we begin, we'll go ahead and start off with a welcoming address from our new president of the San Carlos Apache College, Dr. Linda Sue Warner.
Thank you. My name is Linda Sue Warner. I just started, this is my second week, I think. And so I'm joining you in this new adventure with San Carlos Apache College. I look forward to meeting you individually, and I look forward to your success here at the college. We're going to have a lot of information shared with you this afternoon, but it won't be the first time, and it certainly won't be the last time. So please listen and ask questions when you have that opportunity, and feel free to reach out to any of the staff who are on our campus who'll be glad to help you with your journey this year. I will turn it back over to Artie. Welcome.
All right, folks. My name is my name is Artie Steele. I'm the current IT manager for the San Carlos Apache College. I just recently started here in March of 2024. And so I'm going to go ahead and share something with you guys as well. So here's a little brief information, a little of my title, and should you guys need to reach out to me and contact me in any way, attached is my work email, rd.steele@Apache College and tech@apachecollege.org. This reaches myself and two other additional IT tech support staffs, and as well as a work cell phone. You'll see this later on in the web page. This number is actually the IT number, so when you call it, it'll go directly to me. Yeah, I assist most students, during business hours, even after and before business hours. So feel free to give this number a call or either a text message, and I will respond to you accordingly. But yeah, feel free to write it down, take a quick snap of it. Yeah. So moving on. So I'll go ahead and share the website with you guys. So we'll get you a little orientated with our Apache College website at www.apachecollege.org. So when you come here, you'll see this very famous picture that you see all over the place. It's taken from the photo credit to the former IT manager, Kenneth Chan. And right here, this is where these categories where you can find out a little bit more about us. And for those who are locally to the San Carlos area and those further out at different area locations within the country, the United States, you can go on here to get more familiar with our facilities, jobs and volunteering opportunities, our organizational chart to see how we are structured, our strategic planning, privacy policies, and even a virtual tour if you want to look at things in our locations that have been recently updated. And if you want to know more about academics, like our fall semesters, all the way down to tutoring as well, feel free to click on these icons and resources that we have, and admissions as well. Admissions, you can look in here and you can find a lot of resources on how to enroll, and find out where you are credit wise, and just to see where you stand as a student. And if you want to get to know more of the staff, find out more about them, you can select on these icons as well. Right here, the SCAC staff is those mainly the administrative ones that are actually on the site, from the leadership, Dr. Warner, the provost, and all the way down to our director of curriculums. We're still updating this, so it's still being determined still. So hang in there. But yeah, you can find all these resources and faculties and adjuncts along here as well. And we also have class web links. It'll actually take you back to the homepage here where it'll take you down here to where you have Gmail. For those who are still coming along, technical wise, where you have to open up a new tab and type in Gmail, you can actually come here to make it more easier too, using your student email and your student password. And this is, of course, leads to Canvas, where you do all your student work, and Genzabar as well, where you want to see how many credits you have, or courses you've taken, or your unofficial transcripts. You can go here, and you can also register online. And Alex, this is where most of the math work is done, where you'll likely be doing math work. Yeah. And Pearson Labs, this is mostly for like our STEM courses as well, and Revel and other computer courses that take place in here. And of course, our Microsoft Office. This one can get confusing. I just want to make clarification that this isn't the desktop. when you register first, you sign up with your tocc.edu, your student email, and this takes you into an online portal of the website specifically. So it's not necessarily like, where you pin it to your taskbars on your laptops and things. This operates much like Canvas, where it's on the online portal. So we'll go more into detail that later. So, but just a brief information. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat, and we can answer your questions at the end of the orientation. Thank you. But any other information here, like such as central news and updates, we put them on this main website, the homepage. So as you can see, Dr. Linda Sue Warner again. And if you want to find out more about your textbooks link, you can click on this for the fall semester, job openings, admissions, of course, and the fall course schedule, and how do you request a student ID here as well. So that's a little brief rundown of our Apache College website. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll answer them accordingly at the end of the orientation. But yeah, make yourselves at home with this website. It looks a little different when you look at it from your phone, but you get more of the full features when you look at it on your desktop, of course. So I'll go ahead and pass it on to Lenora Wasner. Lenora, if you're on the line, feel free to go ahead, and I can, if you need me to share something on here, I can do that, or if you have further information to share, please feel free. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Artie. So my name is Lenora Wosner. I'm the computer training coordinator with the college. I manage our Chromebook checkout policies, and I keep an inventory of those devices. I also print and distribute the student IDs. I offer a computer literacy class, which takes place the last Wednesday of every month. It's basic computer skills, and it's from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Like I said, the last Wednesday of every month. The college also offers a Google IT Support Certificate Program, which I am in charge of. It's free if you sign up through the college, but I'm going to show you how to request the request to borrow one of our Chromebooks. Artie, if you can go back to the website and then go to the links, or would you like me to do that? So on the main page, you would click read more. And then the third bulletin has checkout policies for Chromebooks. That's the link. So you would click that, and I'm sorry, but it takes you to another page and gives you kind of the rundown about our Chromebook policies and kind of the rules about checking out a Chromebook. And then if you see further down the page, there's the checkout request form underlined. That's another link. So when you click that link, a new window will open. You will have to sign in and use your tocc.edu email account. And so you're going to answer the questions in here. We do require you to put in your student ID number. You must use your student email and a phone number to contact you. And then we would like for you to list one class that you are taking. And then here at the last one, it says equipment requested. You would put Chromebook, laptop, or whatever device that you may need. And then you will hit submit. After you hit submit, it sends me an email that you've requested one. And usually we can get them ready within 24 hours turnaround time, depending on availability and how busy we are with Chromebook requests. Now, if you are an out-of-town student, meaning you do not live on the San Carlos reservation, you can still request one and we can mail one to you. However, I would need you to fill out the form that gets attached to the copy of the email. You would initial and then sign the form and send it to me along with your mailing address. I have a copy of it on my screen, Artie, if you want me to share it. So this is what the form looks like. As you can see, it has your information. It would have your name, your phone number, your email address, the course that you listed. And on toward the center of the page, it gives you basically some rules to follow and a signature portion. I'm just going to real quickly read these statements to you so that if you do request one, you understand that the equipment that we are giving you is a loan. It's not a gift and it must be returned. You also assume all responsibility for the equipment until it's noted in our office as returned. And in the event that it is lost, stolen, or damaged, you will immediately notify the college IT officer. The third one states that you understand you may be held financially responsible for the equipment and that your account with the San Carlos Apache College may be billed. Also, your graduation could be postponed until the equipment is returned or the financial obligation is met. The last one states that you will return the device to the San Carlos Apache College IT office no more than 2 weeks after you stop taking classes. Now, we'll keep this on file for as long as you have your device, and then once it's returned, we update our records stating that you have returned your device. Like I mentioned before, I also handle the student ID requests. Now, you can go on our webpage and request one and upload your own photo. However, there are some rules regarding the photos that you upload. We will not accept a photo that has a filter. Your background must be clear and show your face clearly. And if you request one and you upload a photo with the filter, I will tell you that you need to send another request with just a plain photo. Tonight in the in-person orientation, we will be issuing student IDs if you would like to come and get one. We'll take your picture and give you your student ID there. You do have to know your student ID number though. And that's one of the things that you need to memorize, because you'll be adding that information to lots of things when you request certain things. That's it for me.
Thank you for that, Lenora, that thorough information. We'll go ahead and move along to Rebecca Swift, our library manager for the San Carlos Apache College.
Hi, everyone. I'm Becky Swift. I just started the same day as our president did, so I threw all this together and trying to get everything organized. We are the San Carlos Apache tribal community and Apache College Library combined. So we do service babies to senior citizens and all of the Apache College students. So my contact information is there. If you don't remember my name or you don't remember Lakin's name, she's also a library tutor in the library. You can always email library@apachecollege.org and we'll get your email so we can help you with your questions or answers. The building is located in Building 20, if you know the numbers that the tribe has named some of the buildings. We are across the street from the post office, behind the WIOA building, near the other college classrooms. So we're on the back side and you need to come through the back door. And there are signs there. So if you are physically here, that's where we are. I was trying to get an aerial map, but I couldn't find it in my collection of maps. We are 3 partners together. We are San Carlos Public Library, Gila County Library District, San Carlos Apache College. And we are here to provide you information services for your research. Collections of books are also in the library. And we do have online access to TOCC's library. So there are links there that you can click, and I'll dive a little bit more into that as we go along. So what types of service does the library offer? So first of all, reference service. I am a librarian with a master's degree, so I am capable of searching and helping you find information in the library collection, whether it's the physical collection or the online collection. If you have specific research needs, contact me. Our students have 24/7 access to online library resources where there are ebooks, journals, magazines, reference books, and this through Gila County Library as well as TOCC. So you need to have credentials to get through, and I'll get to that too. So we're here, our collection of books in the library, the physical library, does support the college courses. We also have Lenora in the library, so if you have issues with your Chromebook or any device, she's really, really resourceful. So the first thing we'd like you to have is a Gila County Library District library card. So we are part of the 8 libraries in Gila County. We use their checkout system, their card system, so it's to your advantage to have a library card so that you can check out items, you can walk right past us and get on a computer. People have to stop and say, can I have some people ask for guest pass, which we do have if you forget your card, but we also can provide that number if you are in the system. So you'll need a state ID or the student ID so that we can set you up in our system. So remember, with the card, you can access all of the resources online, even from home, right from your desktop. So it's important to get that. We do print for you whatever you need printed at the library, your resume, your homework, your assignments, but we do have a limit. We also have what's unique that Gila County libraries have is the Culture Pass. So you can check out admissions for 2 people to the Desert Museum, the Desert Botanical Gardens, and there's a few other places in Arizona that you can come and check 2 tickets out so you don't have to pay. So that's part of one of Gila County's resources. So their library resources, they have student information, and there's a few there. If you've got kids at home, I think some of us are student moms. So there's elementary, high school, biographies, world history, sciences, and opposing viewpoints, because I know a lot of people are going to be writing things in English that have to have 2 view perspectives, and we can help you with that. Students that are out of our county, live in White River, Subicu, Mesa, wherever, you can also take advantage of the Gila County Library resources by clicking on the request for an online library card. It's at the very top, and it'll open to the green screen there. You fill that information out, make sure it's accurate, that you have the correct address, because once that's filled out, they will mail you your card, and you can get onto the resources. You can download the book, you can do overdrive, you can do ebooks. It's amazing. So with that little card, you can get to everything, but you've got to go in and apply. We have the best of TOCC's online resources, and that's the address up there. The main thing is you have to sign in through Canvas. You are students, you have access to Canvas. Look on the listing side on the left side of your screen. There should be a library link there. When you click it, it opens right up to all of the resources. And behind the scenes is also the passwords for all of these resources. So we don't hand them to you. We don't give them to you over the phone. We ask you to go to Canvas, go behind, you log in and find the library link. So what we do offer there is a 24/7 access. Once you get into Canvas, using your email to, log in. JSTOR, we have journal storages. What it's called is journal storage online, and these are electronic resources of a whole array of academic resources for your topics, whatever it is you're searching. You might need a peer-reviewed article. So this is where I would start. EBSCO is also a database that ranges in general reference collections, so it's another good resource. Credo is like a reference collection of things, like almost like a database of, like an encyclopedia, kind of good foundational information to start you off on what exactly you're going to be writing on. So there are within each database folders that you can collect your articles. There are icons there for printing, emailing articles to yourself. So if you just follow through, but I plan to have some online research classes, either online or in person. I'm still working on those out. So my mouth's dry, sorry. So we do have a collection of print books in our library, and I just took a couple of pictures of what was there, because I know Apache history is a big class and there's a lot of reading, and I'm sure you're going to need a lot of resources. So we do have the print collection in the library to help support that. So I'm excited to be here. I want to work with you. I'm going to send an email to Artie and Dr. Yutzi here that we are going to open the library Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday till 6 p.m. So I'd like the after hours to be for students. So and then I will do some online training either through Zoom or in person to help to become familiar with the databases. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Rebecca Swift. That was very resourceful information there. And students, before we move on to the next speaker, I would like to share something with you once more, just to briefly add on to Rebecca Swift's location. If you go down here on the main webpage about us, scroll down to a virtual tour. In here is where you can also reference where it's at.
Oh, good. I was started going to update it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you scroll through here, there should be locations on here where it will give you where our college is at, where it's located on the reservation, Brief, California, New Mexico, and Arizona. Then a general location of where we are, and then the facilities that we manage. So here, the WIA is near the library building. It's right across the post office down here, downtown San Carlos. And we're located at our main building. It's just right up the road, about a 5-minute walk from the main building. And you'll find it right in this general location. So let me go to that facility real quickly. It will actually be right here as you're walking downtown. Well, this is the way building, excuse me. Right here, the Apache College Library. And this is a brief view of what it looks like during our grand opening. This is the college site, and this is the check-in site when you first walk in. And this is the public site as well. So a little more detailed view to give you guys a general idea where it's at. And as well, if you scroll down to academics, go to library, it will lead you also to the links that you need here for the library, and a brief description of where it's located at. And also the online resources as well within our website for the library. So thank you guys for your attention, and we'll go ahead and move on to our next speaker.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Yutzi. I'm the Provost and Executive Vice President, and one of the things that I do is I work very closely with our faculty in putting together our course schedule, working with faculty to get, their syllabi updated and things like that. And so I wanted to let you know that we have 5 full-time faculty and 14 or 15 part-time faculty. So we kind of have around 20 individuals providing courses for you. And some of them are here with us. And so I wanted to just quickly, so you can kind of see folks, maybe they can say hi for a second. I'm fairly certain that Zena is on.
Yeah, she's on.
Okay,
She's on.
So Zena, can you say hi for a second and let them know what you teach?
Hi there. My name is Zena Yule, and I am a history faculty member. And this semester I'm teaching 2 sections of Apache history. So can't wait to see you in the class. Got a lot of great information. My mentor is the #1 San Carlos PhD in history, Dr. Mactima. And so he's a great source of information, but I'm really happy to be teaching this and can't wait to see you in class.
And I think also on Zoom, although he was here a few minutes ago, but now he's across the street, is Alfred Moore, our new business instructor. Are you able to say hi, Alfred?
Well, I think he's trying.
Trying.
Oh, there he is.
He's on mute.
You're muted, Alfred.
Alfred, you're muted.
What's going on? Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry about that. My name is Alfred Boyd Jr. I'm the business admin faculty. As you can see, we kind of work through problems here. So, if you're attending in my class and we got some problems we need to work through, as long as you're patient, we'll figure things out. But I really look forward to having class with all of y'all and learning from you as much as you learn from me. We have a lot of fun, and let's go get these degrees. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thanks, Alfred. Before we move to the people in the room, is there anyone I can't see who's a faculty via Zoom? Probably not, but just didn't want to leave anybody out. Okay.
What's that?
Oh, I was just trying to see if there's anyone else on Zoom who's a faculty that I can't see. But
I think Mark Clytus.
Mark is right here. He's in the room.
Okay.
We're going to the next.
He's both places.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anybody. So we also have Mark Clytus, who teaches, well, Mark can say what he teaches.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. I'm the Computer Information Systems faculty here at San Carlos Apache College. And I teach a lot of the computer programming, networking, project management, systems analysis and design, and risk management courses for the CIS program. I also work with different partners to help students get internships and also possible REUs in the summer. So a lot of my work is in the computer information system, but I do offer projects in my courses to get you some real world application. And that's what I try to do with my particular discipline. And I also help out behind the scenes with Artie every once in a while. So, but other than that, that's what I do.
Thanks, Mark. And then we have a brand new faculty member who's going to be teaching English for us, Darren Dillman, who's here.
Should I?
Yeah, come up closer.
Okay. So I'm Darren Dillman. I'm from New Mexico. I grew up in the southwestern corner and spent quite a bit of time in the Chiricahua Mountains. So I'm fascinated with Apache culture and am eager to get to know more. I'm especially interested in finding out how students view the world, how they think the world should work, how it does work, what their beliefs are, and I'm also I'm so enthusiastic about helping you with your writing and your written communication and reading essays, reading stories, and discussing literature. No problem. So I will be teaching writing 101, 102, and creative writing. Maybe down the road, I don't know if there's an introduction to literature, but if you like to write, if you like to read poetry, fiction, if you're interested in writing screenplays, that's all fair game. And I'm looking forward to getting to know students and having this, like what Alfred said, this give and take of me learning just as much from students as you learn from me. So I'm happy to be here.
So I think that's all of our faculty who are here right now, but you'll get to know them all next week when your Canvas shells open and you can see their syllabi. And so feel free to reach out to me with anything you need. You'll see emails from me. So when you see the emails that say Lisa, That's me, that's who they're coming from. So I'm happy to connect you with resources if you have questions.
Thank you for that information. We'll go ahead and move on to our next speaker. Please, when you're ready, go ahead and present.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm going to move along quickly. If you have questions, please put them in the chat so I can go back to them and then refer to them and answer them as the session continues. But I'm going to share a screen. So first things first. I'm the advisor, academic advising coordinator. My name is Nikki. Recently, I've been using a program called Calendly to help me with scheduling. And so I'm going to show you that here and where you can find it. So Artie's going to add it to the website, the main website. But if you can see here, like in email, you can click on this link here, schedule an advising session there. And then Thomas is good, our receptionist at the front. You can also call or email him and he'll give that out as well. But when you click on that, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. Are you able to see the Calendly screen, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you go in here and they're 20-minute advising sessions and you pick a day that works for you. So if, for instance, next Monday works, these are the available time slots here. And they're 20 minutes, be aware of that. So say 11:20 works for you, right? Next. But I do have a be aware, if you choose the phone as a location, you'll need to call the given number at the end. So this is what it looks like. I need your name, your first name, last name, email, and then preference. So location is up to you. You can do a phone call. If you do a phone call, the number will be provided upon booking completion. There's Zoom, it'll generate a meeting for us or the main campus. So San Carlos Apache College main building. I'll need your student ID and I'll need the student ID because I need to verify that you are an active student before continuing. Phone number in case I need to call and change a time or if I need more information. Here, I would like to know your primary reason for the meeting and you can select here. Let's see. I want to know if you've taken the Ed Ready Math. It's either yes or no. Same with writing, yes or no. Is there any special situations that we need to consider in planning your course schedule? For example, do you work a full-time job? Are you responsible for your family? And do you have a disability? Or do you have a military obligations? So, these are, you can select as many that apply to you. And then in the bottom, if you have any further details that you would like to prepare for our meeting, you would add here and then schedule the event. It creates the session for the both of us as an advising coordinator and you as a student. So that's how you would book a session for me or with me. It just really helps for me in a way that this time is allotted for you and I to really work through anything that you're needing. Okay, next will be important to know, again, the college website page, but to look for degrees and certificates. So these are the degrees and certificates that San Carlos Apache College offers here. If you're somebody who's pursuing liberal arts or you're unsure, you can look through these and see what you're interested in, what your interests are, what you may be interested in. And this is like this is the program of study, but I also refer to it as the checklist. And this is what I use to help track your progress with the courses that you take each semester. It lists the requirements here. You'll need Apache History, History 130, Apache Language, Apache APA 101, and so on and so forth. Right here, you'll need 6 credits of humanities and fine arts, and then 6 credits of social and behavioral sciences. Typically, that's 2 courses. And so we follow this as the checklist, and typically meeting with students every beginning of the semester so that we can go in and fill in the blanks, basically. And then, inquire about what courses are and do they meet your checklist. So there's that. Another page to reference as well is the TOCC main page. And you'll go to their main page, Academics and Programs of Study. So this lists all the degrees and certificates that they offer. And I'm showing this because we have a few students who are pursuing like the early childhood education or the elementary education, which is popular. And so this gives you access to what their checklist looks like and what we would follow. So once we have this information, we'll sit down, we'll start creating a schedule or building a schedule and projecting courses that could be taking the semesters after, or if you're someone who's bringing in transfer credits, we fill in the blanks here as well. And if you have transfer credits from another institution, if you've attended another institution prior to this, you bring those credits in and we work in placing them in the required areas. So that's a huge part of what I do amongst other things, but if you want more information, schedule an advising session with me. But yeah, am I missing anything? Anybody on that?
Thank you. I wanted to add something about the transcript evaluation. We have a very generous set of policies for transfer in. So just in case you're thinking like, oh, my credits are probably too old, or maybe it's not worth it, you can also share with us unofficial transcripts, if you're trying to decide whether you want to, pay to have them brought over. For us, for transfer in, for the most part, general education courses that you may have taken do not expire. So probably at the most extreme, I think we brought in credits for somebody from like the early 70s. And not a lot of credits. For your program level things, like if you're doing computers, like, we wouldn't take a course from the 80s. Like that would require, I think is it 7 years, Nikki, 7 or 8 years, we have like a policy for that. But like if you took your writing or your college math a long time ago, we can take it. So just consider that if you were on the fence about reaching out. So you can meet with Nikki and she can look at your unofficial transcripts and then help you decide whether to do that.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. That's actually a really good reminder. And the unofficials will help us measure. So like if you took a higher level math, but you're seeking to take even higher level math with us, so you took and finished college algebra and you want to take maybe calculus, it'll help us override, I guess, the system into recognizing that you've taken this math course to get into this other math course, or it could be a science or even writing. So things like that. And she's right, there is a 8-year expiry date. So if, for instance, if you took courses in business from EAC, and this is only example, 9 years ago, we can only transfer in anything below 8 years. So that's the expiry date. So core classes, so things like that. I also reference easy transfer for purposes of transferring on if you're interested in pursuing higher level in like a bachelor's degree in public universities. I can help you with that to show you how your credits will transfer. But ultimately, that decision is on the university you intend to transfer to. And I saw in the chat that you wanted to see the Calendly link. I'll put the Calendly link in the chat, but I will also share that screen again. You'll see this page. And first thing is to select a day and time. So even if it's tomorrow and Friday, these are the openings that are available. You select the time, next, and then you enter your information and it creates the session for us. But yeah, I'll put the link in the chat when I'm done.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you for that. That's very much needed there. All right, well, moving on to the next speaker. The next speaker to present will be Rachel. You may proceed when you're ready.
So something to add to Nikki, your declaration of program of study, if you came in non-degree or undeclared and you want to declare a degree, you have to declare your degree before September 2nd, which is the full job refund date. So if you're not declaring a degree right now, you have until September 2nd to declare a degree, and I process that. So you'll fill out the form and you'll send me the form and we'll update that. And you're only allowed to change your program of study one time throughout the semester. And that's right before the beginning of the semester. So keep that in mind. Artie, can you go to the webpage and pull up the academic calendar?
Sure.
So all the admissions and registration, that's all done. You don't need me anymore. That's my main job right now, is getting a student ID and the email. You made that cut. So welcome to the team. You have made the team. Just wanted to share some deadlines that we have for the semester. Like I said, classes start on the 19th. The last day to add any courses or make any changes to your schedule is August 23rd. So I think it's on the front page, Artie, where the announcement is at, the updates. It's on there, just go view more. So if you want to make changes, you have until the other one, 2024, 2025. Yeah, so you have until the 23rd. And then the drop full refund date is September 3rd. So you can see that. So if you want to drop, that you'll have to drop before then. Anything after September 3rd, you'll end up getting a W on your transcript. So if you don't want a W on your transcript, you need to do it before September 2nd. Anything after that deadline, you'll have a W that will show on your transcripts. So it's just important that you pay attention to our academic calendar. It's always posted. This is what I followed throughout the academic year when it comes to your student record. It tells you fall schedule. It tells you when registration is, when the last day to withdraw. If you are a fall graduate or a spring graduate, you have a graduation deadline. So just keep those in mind. And then also, if you haven't done the textbook charge form, Kevin Wood or Joanne Miguel from TOCC had sent out an email, but we also made it convenient for you and we put the link on our website. So you have to be using your TOCC email to access this. If you don't, you will get a restricted message saying that you're unauthorized to use this. And this will show you what classes need textbooks. If you don't see your class on this Google form, most likely it's open source, meaning that the instructor will provide the materials for you. And the TOCC main campus bookstore handles all the textbook requests for all the sites. So you'll have to fill this out. For some reason, if you get a syllabus and there's a book required, you would have to get with the instructor in the bookstore to see why that book's not on this form. Or either it's an outside source where you have to buy it on your own with the instructor, but it's not required, okay? But you're always welcome to reach our admissions at apachecollege.org if you have general questions. We do have a transcript email. We also have a library email. So all of those things will be shared on our website, okay? But that's all I have. Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you students joining us. Next. Kevin?
Thank you for that information, Rachel. All right, moving on to our next speaker will be Kevin, whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Wood. I'm the retention coordinator for the college. I've been here for about 1 year now, and I work directly with our students to make sure that they have everything they need to succeed and to help them navigate any types of obstacles that they may come upon. For example, if a student runs into any problems, like whether maybe they're not showing up to class or they're not submitting their assignments and are starting to fall behind, at that point, it's basically my job to reach out to the student to make sure that, just try to figure out what's going on. And I just try to ask them questions like, is everything okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Or are you having difficulty with the class? Maybe it's the instructor's teaching style. So I just try to ask them those questions to try to get to the bottom of the issue so that we can come up with a solution to help them move forward from one semester to the next. Because at the end of the day, it's basically our job here at the college to get you to graduate or basically pass your classes each semester. And I'm also in charge of our EdReady assessment test. And I'll go ahead and share my screen. Here at the college, we use a program called EdReady, which is basically a placement test that'll help you to see where you're at in your math and your writing. I posted a link down at the bottom, but I'll go ahead and do so in a chat afterwards. And the way EdReady works is that, so the way it works is that there's two tests. There's one for math, one for English. They each take about an hour or two each, depending on your pace and whether or not you decide to skip some of the questions or answer them completely. These tests can be taken from anywhere, anytime, and it's best to use a desktop computer or a laptop, because if you try to use a phone or an iPad, some of the questions are so long that it might just give you like an error message or will just cause it to crash. And after you finish the test, you will receive an initial score on a scale from 0 to 100. And that number basically tells me which class to place you in. So for example, if you take the math test and you score in the 20s, that'll basically tell me to put you in math 82, which is basic mathematics, or just depending on what specific number it just tells me to put you in so-and-so class. And after you complete the test, it'll automatically generate a personalized study path for you that caters specifically to your strengths and weaknesses. And it also comes with video tutorials, lessons, quizzes, and just things to help you try to master those concepts that you may be. So once you complete those quizzes, your initial score will slowly increase along the way. And the good thing about EdReady is that it kind of keeps you accountable, because in order to move from one module to the next, like you have to get a good score on the quizzes, otherwise it won't let you proceed. And you can also use EdReady to work at your own pace. There's really no limit as to how many times you can work your way up, which is a huge advantage compared to other schools, because at other colleges, if you take the placement test, whatever score you get is whatever score you get. So you have no choice but to settle and work your way up. But here at the college, or at the San Carlos Apache College, that you can work your way up as many times as you want. So like if you score into math, basic mathematics, you can spend some time to get your math requirements out of the way. So if you want to go from the lowest level of math to the highest level, you do have the option at any point during a semester or during your time here at the college. And these are the skills that I use for math and writing. As you can see, on the left column is the scores, and the right is which class it correlates to. So like you get a 40 or 50, it'll show you like which class it placed you in. And the way it works is that we offer 6 different levels of math. The lowest level is basic mathematics, math 82. 86 is pre-algebra, 92 is elementary algebra, 122 is intermediate algebra, and math 142 and 151 are college mathematics and college algebra. So all of our associate's degrees are required that you complete up to at least 142 or 151, just depending on your major. And so, like say you score really low, but you want to just, get your math out of the way, you can always do so whenever you feel like it's convenient for you. For the writing, it's a little harder to measure just because it encompasses so many different aspects. And so I usually encourage students to try to bring their score to at least a 75. That way they're prepared for, college level writing, especially for things like citing your sources or just brushing up on other writing fallacies. Usually a score of 90 to 100 will help you get the most out of the skill for some of our writing intensive courses. And all of our associate's degrees and certificates require you to complete at least a semester of writing 101. And other classes, some classes require more writing than others, but Apache history also involves a great deal of writing. And so you always have the option of using EdReady to help you, get up to par. And as an example, we had 2 students last year who decided to work ahead. There was one girl during the fall semester, she took the math test and she scored a 50. So that would have placed her in math 86 pre-algebra, but she didn't want to go from one semester to the next to the next. She just wanted to get her math requirements out of the way. So on the left side, you can see that she put in over 87 hours total on EdReady. So that's basically 3.5 days nonstop of just studying math. And on the right-hand side, you can see she put in almost just under 22 hours total, like just taking the quizzes, taking the what they call knowledge tests. So if you feel like you're determined and you really want to make that stride to get your math out of the way, you can do so. And at the bottom, we also had a student last year who, coming into the college, he didn't really feel confident in his writing abilities, and he was just looking for different resources to help him along the way. And so I suggested EdReady to him, and he worked on it for some time. And at first, he scored a 55, but he spent about 56 hours total on the English section and almost 20 or nearly 20 hours just going through, again, the quizzes, the modules, the knowledge tests. And if you get a score of 100 on either the math or the English test, you'll get one of these, one of our free Fitbits. So if you want to contact me, you can see my email, my phone number. If you have any questions regarding EdReady, or if you're wanting to see like which class you want to be placed in, or if you maybe want to work from one class to the next to the other, you can do so. But that's about it.
I saw a question in the chat that was a good question. Somebody asked in the chat whether like taking that assessment could impact like classes you already took, and no, if you already took Writing 101 and you take EdReady, you don't do well, and it doesn't, you still get your credit for Writing 101. So it's completely on the side. It's not connected to our student record system. And the only person who will know your score is you and Kevin, and maybe Nikki if you're using it for placement. But so don't worry. Just to share with everybody, I have not had math in a very long time, just because it's not my area, and for some reason my high school math counts as college math. So I haven't had a math class since 1994. Just putting that out there. And I took the EdReady test, and I am 23% ready for college algebra. So just so you know, there's no shame. A student will come in and say, I can't believe I scored a 26. And I'm like, well, you're doing better than me. But what I did, and I used to be okay with that, but way back then, but I wanted to see how EdReady worked. And I was able really quickly, watch a few videos, play around, remember that X, stands for something, and, and do all of those things. And like within, and not just, like maybe, like 2 hours of like work, I had already boosted my score by like 10 points. And so I was able to see how it works. So don't be afraid of scoring low, it's kind of, it does sort of tailor itself, as Kevin said, to kind of your strengths and weaknesses. So it's not an unkind program. It's sort of like it lets you kind of feel good about yourself while also, making you a little frustrated about those areas you need to relearn. So yeah, don't worry, it will not impact, a class you're currently registered in.
And Shanice Hubbard makes a good note of use EdReady as a tool. Say you are in Math 86 and you're struggling on fractions, or you're struggling on different formulas, use EdReady as a tool and watch those modules and those videos to help you gain those skills. So it's helping you raise your score, but you're also gaining those skills that you're unable to master while you're in a math class already. Okay?
Okay, I'm just kind of interject myself. Sorry. Oh, my hand down. But they bring up a good point. So one thing I do advise students, sooner than later, to just start your math, whether it's through EdReady or whether, we encourage EdReady actually, so we can take that measurement and place you in the correct class. But there are some degrees, for instance, like the ABBA, which is the Associates of Business and Business Administration, that math requirement is Math 212. If you were to start at the basic mathematics, that's 82, 86, 092, Math 122, Math 142, and then the prerequisite, which is Math 151, before you can get into Math 212. So already that's 7 semesters of math that you'll need to complete to get into Math 212 for prerequisite things. So I do always highly recommend taking math as soon as possible, or scoring or taking Ed Ready, meeting the 142 and going directly into Math 142 and then Math 151, and then that's the prerequisite for pre-calculus, topics in calculus or calculus. So then you're only doing 3 semesters of math.
Thank you for that, Nikki and Kevin. So we'll go ahead and move along to our next speaker, Nicole. So Nicole, whenever you are ready, you may proceed.
So hello, my name is Nicole Bonney. I am the financial aid officer for both TOCC and San Carlos Apache College. I'm going to start off with introducing, well, they're not here, but I'm going to introduce the colleagues who I work with in the financial aid office. First is the financial aid manager. Her name is Diana Antone. And second is the financial aid technician. Her name is Ashton Sakaros. And then myself, Nicole, the financial aid officer. Okay, so what is financial aid and how does it work? Financial aid is money received from an outside source to help pay for a higher education. It can cover costs like tuitions, fees, books and supplies, room and board, transportation, and some living expenses. A variety of places such as government, schools, or private business offer financial aid for college. And there's also different types such as grant, scholarship, work study, and loans. But however, TOCC and San Carlos Apache College do not accept work study or loans. FAFSA, also the free application for student aid. The first step is fill out the FAFSA form for financial aid. Here you can see the website, studentaid.gov. The most important thing is to receive federal aid is to file the FAFSA starting on October 1st every year and file it as soon as possible because some aid is offered on a first come, first served basis. The 24-25 FAFSA application is open right now, and I know the upcoming award year for 25-26, they're opening the application is delayed, most likely to December. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some steps on how to fill it out. These are like some steps where students get confused on. So here's the student where you apply the studentaid.gov homepage. So when you apply for it, you click in, log in, or you can go apply for aid and click complete the FAFSA form. And then it will take you to the FAFSA form homepage. Right here, this one is for students who have never filled out the FAFSA. And the returning students, if you have filled it out prior and just looking to fill out the new year, you can log in right here. For when you're completing it for the first time, we recommend students to use their personal email and not their school issued TOCC email, only because when you're done here, when you go in to fill a FAFSA for a different institution, it will ask you to log in. And it's best to use your personal email so you can get the login information if you get forget your password. Here's the college search. These are the steps when you're filling out the FAFSA. The college search, you would put in the school federal code, and our code is right here. It's 037844. And once you put in this code, it will send your FAFSA information to us so we can determine your eligibility. For this year's FAFSA, the 24-25, you will be using your 2022 tax information. And you don't have to put it in manually like you used to before. Now you can use a tool called the IRS data retrieval tool. And this is the prompt they will give you. You just click OK. It will save everything you put on your FAFSA so far, but it'll just take you to the IRS website. IRS website, you just fill out this information. When I fill this out as a student, the PO box, I know a lot of us tribal members, we have PO boxes for our mailing address. You just need to put the box number. You don't have to put the PO box. Because when I was filling it out, I kept putting P.O. box and it kept saying you put in the wrong information, but you just need the box number. So once you fill this all out, you click submit. And once the IRS verifies your information, it will prompt you to this page. Don't mind the 2020. It'll have the information here that's going to transfer over to your FAFSA form, and you just click transfer my tax information into my FAFSA form, this little box, and click transfer. So once you click transfer now, it'll go on, so you don't have to manually put it in anymore, and it'll skip like a lot of questions for you. So once you're done, you sign it, electronically sign it, you'll get this page. It will say the 2024-25 application, and once it usually takes about 2 to 3 days for the Department of Education to process your application, and then once it's processed, it'll take another 2 to 3 business days for them to send us the copy of your FAFSA submission summary. There's updates from the financial aid office. Right now we're experiencing technical difficulties with our system that we use to process the financial aid packaging. It did affect the summer 24 disbursements, and now it's affecting the fall 24 term. So any letters that you receive from us, like the thank you letters, the missing information, and award letters are delayed, and all disbursements will also be delayed. And right now we don't have an estimated timeline on when it would be resolved. Our IT office is working on it. They could message us anytime today or tomorrow or next week or the next coming weeks that is resolved. And that's all I have for FAFSA. For scholarships, these are the scholarships that a lot of our students use and receive scholarships from: the American Indian College Fund, the Native Ford Scholars Fund, the Cobell Scholarship, the American Indian Service Scholarship, and Education for Arizona, and your tribal education departments. The only one that's open right now, a lot of them have closed for their 24-25 applications, but the only one that's open and is accepting applications is the American Indian College Fund, but that is only for the spring term. And the American Indian Service is only for the spring term that's open right now. The rest of them have closed, but I'll give you the dates for the new academic year when they start opening up. So American Indian College Fund, of course, they're still accepting 24-25 applications until January 30th, 2025. Applicants are encouraged to submit their application by May 31st, 2024, with dispatcher to receive priority review. They are accepting applications. They have already selected their full circle scholarships for the fall and this upcoming spring, but they have not done selections for their tribal scholarship just yet. So that's always best if you want to apply for it to get it in now. They usually start sending out notifications for their tribal college scholarships in late October. And then here is the website for the college fund where you can apply. And here is the basic eligibility: enrollment at a tribal college or university, and be enrolled of a federally or state recognized tribe or descendant of an enrolled member. Then here's some documents that they need: a digital photo, a headshot, or a photograph of yourself. This is so they can show their sponsors who do sponsor their scholarships to see who they're sponsoring. Academic records, so a copy of an official transcript, then any CIB or tribal ID. The Native Ford Scholars Fund, here's the website. Their applications are closed, but their new academic year for 25-26, it's going to be opening on January 1st, and it's open for 6 months until June 1st. And the Cobell Scholarship, here's the website for this to apply. the 24-25 academic year. It opens on December 15th of each year and closes on March 31st the following year. But right now they haven't released their dates for the upcoming year. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same dates, just a few days off. And then here is the criteria for them. The American Indian Services, this is one of the ones that is still open for spring. As you can see right here, the spring winter deadline, and it opens on September 1st, and the deadline to apply is November 1st. So here's the requirements. It's basically all the same requirements as the other scholarships. This one you do have to complete a FAFSA. Many of them you don't have to complete a FAFSA, but with the American Indian Service, you do have to complete a FAFSA. And the Education Forward, that one closed on June 1st, but I'm just letting you know of these scholarships that we do work with. Here's the program requirements. Selection criteria. These are the 5 priority tribes that they do look for. And then the same criteria as the other scholarships. And then we do work with tribal education departments. I just listed these two because these are the ones we mainly work with a lot. So the San Carlos Apache Tribe for their spring deadline is November 1st of this year. And then the White Mountain Apache Tribe, their spring deadlines, they have 2 deadlines. The first deadline is September 15th, and the second and final deadline is November 30th. And I didn't make a slide yet, but I wanted to mention that I am the VA benefits liaison. So if you do use and want to use your Veterans Association benefits, you can get in contact with me and I can help you with that. And I want to show the programs of study as well. To be eligible for financial aid, you do have to declare a program, and on the TOCC page for the programs of study, it lists all the programs, but also it has a little asterisk right here, and the ones with the little asterisks shows which ones are not, the program has not been approved for financial aid by the Department of Ed. But for the VA benefits, all the programs are approved by them. Then here's our contact information, our email, phone number, then Diana's email, my email, and Ashlyn's email. That's it. If there's any questions.
Thank you very much, Nicole. So we'll go ahead and move on to our last guest speaker right now, which will be David. Whenever you're ready, please proceed.
Sweet. Hello, and first of all, welcome to all the new students and, to all the returning, welcome back. My name is David Jones. I'm the campus lead security officer here at San Carlos Apache College. And what I want to share with you today is, some of the safety and security initiatives that the college has implemented for our students, staff, and visitors. We have outdoor and indoor security cameras, and, these provide us with an extra set of eyes. We have outdoor security lighting. It's always a good thing to have this, especially during the fall semester. It tends to get dark early. Each of our buildings, we have emergency phone numbers that, in case of emergency, you can call. They're posted on the wall. We have wallet-sized cards at the JM, the middle building, and the library. We also have emergency evacuation plans posted in all of our college buildings. And, we have access to a landline in case of emergency. If, your cell phone dies or whatever, you need to use a phone to call somebody, you're more than welcome to utilize our landline. We have security personnel on site Monday through Friday during normal business hours, and in the evening hours after business hours. These times will vary just depending on class schedules and the operations of the JM building. Students and staff, if you don't feel, safe, say you're getting out of class, and it's dark outside, by all means, give us a call, give security a call, and we'll gladly escort you to your vehicle, to and from. So don't hesitate. We have 24-hour campus security phone numbers, which I'll go over in a little while in the next slide. We have an online staff and student incident report, incident form that IT will be uploading to the web page. Security staff, we're both certified in CPR, first aid, in case of emergencies, AED. We have access to first aid kits in all campus buildings. One thing that is kind of a new service that we're providing to our students that, attend in person on our campus is basic roadside assistance. Say your car needs a jump, we'll be able to help you, get you going, helping you change a flat tire, or if, say your tire's low, you need air, and your car doors get locked, well, that'll assist you with unlocking your car doors. And the only thing is we'll have to ask you to fill out a consent form before we do any of these services. And also, we just ordered some new radios. So this semester, all the faculty and staff, will have access to two-way radio in each building in case of emergency. Say you can't, get to the phone, there's going to be a radio available in each building. Okay. So I mentioned, that the emergency contact numbers are posted in each building. So if you go to every one of our college buildings, you look on the wall, you'll see this red flyer, and it has our emergency contact numbers. The first two are Daphne and myself, our cell phone numbers. So in case of emergency, you can give us a call. If, it's really, really urgent and you need, the first responders, we have the San Carlos police number on here, San Carlos EMS, San Carlos Fire, even the state emergency number, 911. And then for the tribe, it's 475-0911. In every building, we also have the emergency evacuation plans. In case of a fire, we need to evacuate. Stay calm, remain calm, and, just follow the arrows to the exit. All exit signs in each of our buildings are posted. So you just see an exit sign over the door. You just get to that as soon as possible. Our fire extinguishers are also marked, and they are ADA compliant. So in case of a fire, you know how to use one of these, don't hesitate to grab it. So all of these safety measures are in each of our buildings. In the last slide, I'm just going to go over some, some crime prevention and safety tips that can help you during the semester. One, just be aware of your surroundings. Know where you're at. Especially when it's dark. Two, avoid dark areas and secluded locations. Like I said, it's going to start getting dark soon, so you might want to think about things like this. And if you can, minimize walking alone, especially in the dark. And like I said, if you feel like you feel a lot safer with an escort, don't hesitate to call security, and we'll gladly escort you to your car and to class, and vice versa. And always ensure someone you trust has knowledge of your whereabouts outside of your normal routine. Just let someone know, hey, I'm going over here. I'm going to class. I'm going to the JM. Avoid displaying or carrying a large amount of cash. So that's just that's a no-brainer. Remove valuables in plain view of your vehicle. Most burglaries and thefts of cars, is because somebody wants something that's valuable in the car. So if you can, just put it out of plain sight. Never leave your personal property unattended. Your cell phones, your laptops, your backpacks. Even if you're just going to the restroom or just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go throw this in the trash," believe me, they'll tend to grow legs and walk away. And also always secure your vehicle, and if possible, park in well-lit areas or where security cameras are being used. So if you can, make sure you park where the street lights are on at night. Like I said, we have security cameras, so I advise you maybe to park where we do have these running, and in a case something does happen, we can go back and look at the footage. That's about it. And like I said, and hopefully everybody has a good semester.
thank you for that, David. Thank you for providing that very essential information for all our students and as well as staff and faculty there. So real quick, before we eventually close, Lenora Wasner, our computer training coordinator, wanted to add something in briefly. You may go ahead when you're ready.
Thanks, Artie. This is for students who are located here in San Carlos. The college is actually looking for a computer support worker lab monitor. It's a part-time position. You would work a maximum of 20 hours a week. The pay is $17 an hour. So if anyone is interested, you could pick up an application at the main building or print one online. Just something to be aware of. And if you know someone who might be interested, let them know that we're hiring a part-time person. Thanks.
All right. Thank you for that information there, for what you shared, Lenora. Much appreciated. So we'll go ahead and go back to the chat here, and we'll see if there's any questions that haven't been answered yet. However, if you do have a question at the moment, please feel free to chime on in. However, if you wish to ask questions in person, we will be doing an in-person orientation at 5 p.m. outside in front of the main building, College Lawn.
I think we're good, Artie. I don't see any specific questions in the chat that have not been answered.
All right, folks. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this fall semester 2024 orientation. And if we don't see you here today, we look forward to seeing you either virtually or in person somewhere along the semester. Please feel free to reach out to all of us if you have any questions or concerns. Again, thank you all for attending, and we'll see you all later.